Trying to adjust this freaking camera, man. There we go. That's better.
Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Dub C's. Yep, that's right. Coming out here tonight, I got a special guest. Man, we're gonna get real with it. I guess I'll tell y'all how Papa gonna go to something like this here. They say Beau know baseball, Beau know football, Beau know some of the stuff, but yeah, they say Beau know all. We gonna get it like this. I'm gonna show it to be. This Beau I know, this Beau know poetry. We got it just like this. Then you know what's heard. Everybody say they got a spoken word, so we gon' get it. You know I ain't no nerd. Shout out, salute to Beau Ward. Yo, what's up, everybody? My name's Dub Season. I'm bringing y'all tonight. Man, Mr. Beau Ward. That's right. The man of many hats. Y'all see him taking them off. Put them on. Take them off. Put them on. Yeah. Y'all come on in. Sit back, relax. I hope y'all got y'all drink, y'all snack. And everybody that means something to you. Because guess what? Beau knows poetry. Yeah. Oh, he'll be back. Check. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in. Yep. All right. Yeah, that's right. I told you I'm going to be bringing y'all different artists of different genres and everything. Tonight, I'd like to bring to the table my man, Mr. Beau Ward. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up. Y'all know how we going to rock it. Hey, this is my man, Beau. I'm going to give him the flow. First, I'm going to run to the studio. Okay, that's my little sister in the building. What's up, Sylvia? That's my sister right there. Okay, that's the king of poetry, Mr. Black Ice in the building. Okay, I see you. Oh, that should have been a rap. Okay. I see you. Yeah, what's up with you, dude? I don't even know what the heck made me start rapping, man. I don't know. But yeah, shout out. Hey, if I'm not mistaken, I think Ice is out at what's her name? A Visions event out. If I'm not mistaken, I'm not sure. But we're gonna get it going like this. I'm gonna bag up for a bit, give my man the flow. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce to y'all Mr. Beau Ward. Beau knows poetry. What's up, my brother?
Man, what's good, bro?
Man, it's always a pleasure. Always a pleasure.
Man, thank you for the invite, man. It's this is great, man. It's Sunday evening, a few days before Christmas, man. In the midst of all this madness, with this election and all that crap, man, it's just it's crazy, but it's good to be here, man, for sure.
Definitely. Hey, man, the last time you was on, you came on, you came on, did your thing, hung out with us for a bit. But this time I brought you back, man, because I want to get more in depth on all of the different things that you're doing. I know you got books. I know you got pieces. And when you did a piece on the last show that you was here, you did a nice piece, man. That was real hot. So I'm hoping you're gonna pull that one again. But I know you got some other stuff as well. So right now, if anybody y'all want to call in, y'all come on right now, share the video. Let's get it cracking. Let's get it jumping. Y'all call in. It's the Q&A. You know, we gonna. Hey, I want to see who can ask him the hardest questions. You
Yeah,
know,
somebody. Yeah, Colin asked me the hardest question, man.
this is a challenge. I'm challenging everybody. Call in and ask the hardest questions. You know, people always call in and the first thing they say is, "So when did you start?" That's common.
Right. Indeed.
Come on, man. We answer stuff like that in our sleep. Let's see who can come up with the hardest question. But while we waiting on the callers, man, we can't forget coming up. We got the Peace for Peace competition coming up where we gonna where it's for spoken word artists only, no rappers, no singers, only spoken word artists, poets. You know what I'm saying? Where you come on and you do a piece live, and we're gonna see who get the trophy that's made like the peace sign. Matter of fact, you know, that's it right there, man. You know, we'll see who get the peace sign, the peace for peace. You know, let's start getting creative, man. Everybody can talk about who they sleeping with. Everybody can talk about, you know, who they done slept with or who wanna do they want to. But let's see who can talk about what we need in this world. Let's see who can talk about how we can bring some peace to. Let's, you know, we're gonna do it like that, man. But I'm gonna keep checking the lines while we're doing this. But right away we're gonna break out with a commercial, and then we're gonna come back. And I guess I'm gonna start throwing some questions at you, man, because we gotta, you know, I got a few questions. I got a few. That's what's up. But we're gonna go to a commercial real quick. We're gonna make it like this. It's time to elevate.
Elevate. The ability to raise or lift something up to a higher position. Proverbs 4:25. Let your eyes look directly forward and your gaze be straight before you. I asked God to give me the purpose of my life. God spoke to me and said that the purpose of your life, Donis, is to be an inspiration to others and to share inspiration with the world. This is how Elevate was born.
All right. This is how Elevate was born. All right.
Right.
We back with my man, Mr. Beau Ward. Beau knows sports. Shout out to my brother, Andre Lawrence in the building. He's also a author. He's a published author. He has a poetry book out as well. I see him checking in the building. Hey, I'm gonna start off like this, man, because I know a lot of people always say, man, you know, a lot of spoken word artists, they never really get a chance to work with people that they could. So what I wanna ask you this: if there was a poet from the, you know, world renowned poet from the past that you could work with, who would that be?
I think, man, I think I would do Langston Hughes, man. I think I would do Langston Hughes. He just reading his poetry, man, his mind, I think, and so many poets' minds were on a different level. I just think his mind was on a different level about certain issues, even the stuff that I guess we face today. And I know you can say that about a lot of different poets, but he just had some stuff that he didn't have like long, drawn out pieces. He had some long pieces, but then he had some shorter pieces. And I think Langston Hughes would have been that person I would want to actually work with, especially do something on the black and white issues and things of that nature. So yeah, I think Langston would have been my dude, man.
Okay. I can relate to that, because when I first asked the question, I'm like, I know if I had the opportunity, and you said the exact name that I was thinking, I'm like, man, because that dude, on a male standpoint, that dude was putting it down.
Right. Yes, sir.
Now, if they had, like, say, an artist nowadays, somebody that's out here right now, somebody that's on the same level, or however you may see it. When I say that, I mean that's not world renowned, known like that. That you would love to do like a joint event with. What artist would that? I mean, what poet would that be, and why?
Wow. Man. Um, there's a few, bro. There's a few. I would really, really want to do something with the sister named Mother the Creator.
Okay.
Um, there's a sister named Ray Epiphany who can sing and do poetry. Yo Sis, She Bars. I would love to do something with them because they bring a different energy to the stage. When they step behind the mic, it's a completely different energy. They're raw. They're to the point, and I would love to. I think do something with them, man. Definitely,
Right.
definitely. I think Mother the Creator kind of reminds me of Erica Badu. If you ever met her and talked to her, she gives you that vibe like Erica Badu, and I'm a big Erica Badu fan. So she would definitely be there. And oh man, I don't know. It's a few. That's a hard one because I don't really just have one that I would be like ah. And even Georgia Me, man. If I had the opportunity to put down something, and Georgia Me's known though. She's kind of world. She's known, across the globe. So definitely those five right there, I think would be the ones. Yeah.
Right. So guess you gotta call
Right.
Tyrone.
I might have to call Tyrone, man, get him to help me out with that.
Yeah, I know. There's different types of like spoken word. Well, you have some people that are just poets, how that
Hmm.
do poetry. You have some that are actual spoken word artists. Where do you put yourself in the realms? Are you a spoken word artist or are you a poet?
Uh, I think I'm in the middle. I
Okay.
think I'm a poet. I think I'm a spoken word artist. um, so I put myself in the middle. You have some people, I think that write poetry that sounds like a traditional poetry, and then
Right.
you have those guys that they call spoken word artists who write poetry that is written only to perform. So I kind of do poetry that I can do and not have to change so much of the wording because it's kids in the room, or I can
Right.
go in a church and do it. You know what I'm saying? And then I do have that I can go to a place and may do something kind of erotic or do something a little bit edgy and still be and fit in. So I think I kind of fit in the middle of that thing. So I don't. I guess I'm a hybrid. I guess I'm a hybrid or something like that.
Okay. Okay, I know the piece that you did that I was talking about on the last time you joined us. Um I looked when I was listening to you, I said, damn, this dude a hell of a spoken word artist. Because I mean it was just like it was like flawless. And if you did make a mistake, I didn't know it, and I don't think anybody else would have. I'm not saying you did, but it was just
Right,
that
right.
like, damn man, this dude just like going on. It's almost like you have written a book and you summed the whole book up in one piece and just spit
Right.
it. Even after the show was over, I'm like, damn, I gotta stop doing so many things so my mind can sit still for a minute to memorize a piece. Because I can write a lot of stuff, but I got so
Right.
many different things in my mind that my mind I can't just sit up and recite it because in the middle of reciting it, other words just comes right out, and I'm like, nah, that ain't even part of it. When I was checking you out, I was like, okay, I'm like, this dude raw, man. And okay, we must got okay, that's somebody checking. If you're tuning in on YouTube, because we're on YouTube, the Dub Seas Entertainment Network group page and Facebook. If you're on YouTube, put your name with your comment because if you didn't register on the YouTube, then it's not gonna let me see who you are. So I can't shout you out because I don't see your name. It just say Facebook user. When you first go on the YouTube, you have to register it in, and that's how that way I know who you are. But yeah, man, it's there's so many different things, and I got I'm gonna talk about this later because I'm getting ready to do a pay-per-view, and I'm gonna have different genres in. So I'll go into
Okay.
that. I'll go into
Cool.
that a little.
Cool.
I figured it out how to do a pay-per-view right here on Facebook, YouTube, all of that all at one time
Okay.
because everything that I do gonna be streamed to anything that I'm linked to. So
Got
I
you.
got
Got
I
you.
got some history, but back to this what I'm gonna do right now, man. I'm gonna bag out and you go ahead. I'm gonna give you the flow for a minute and you rock something and and hey, I'm gonna bag. I'm gonna let the spoken word do the speaking. I'm gonna
Oh
spoken word
man.
and I'm gonna bag up and let you do your thing.
Okay. Let's see. I think the piece you're talking about I did last time. I think that was the art. Where I had the conversation with God. I was kind of talking to God, questioning whether or not I should be a poet. Um, let's see. I'm gonna do this piece right here, but I'm gonna do it a little slower than what I normally do because a lot of times, and this is not to insult anyone's intelligence or anything of that nature, but sometimes when you have people who like poetry but are not poets, sometimes they don't catch where you're putting the words and what the meaning is and how to put the story together. And then you have some people, like you were saying earlier, that are poets and spoken word, and some of them still don't know how to kind of put certain things together. And that's not an insult to anybody's intelligence because unless you're that person, sometimes you kind of miss what that person's trying to say. So this whole piece right here, it talks about Strange Fruit. My little cousin did a rendition of the song Strange Fruit. And Strange Fruit actually was a poem written by a white dude because of some hanging that he saw back in, I think, the 50s or 60s. And he kind of gives you the story, the background of what actually happened when you go and research it. But somebody said, all right, let's hear it. I got you. I got you. I got you. I just want to break that down. So what it is, it talks about the Klan. It talks about the South. It talks about hanging. It talks about everything to do with, what that piece, what that song involves. So,
All right, I'm gonna give you the flow, my brother. It's you.
all right. Swaying in the southern breeze, hanging from trees, which leaves me no longer wondering what it all means to be connected to your roots. Those that bear strange fruit with no true relations, but DOA testing becomes our only related proof as our family ties lie under their little white lies that's held together by a noose. And their trigger finger squeezes the camera as they take aim to photo shoot. Groups gather to form a crop picture to peel back the naked truth, to unveil the trail of my heart's pain from bloodstained tears from years of crying out over my people dying out. But no one seems to hear me because of the dried fields of cotton in my mouth. See, your arraignments have caused drought, leaving me brainstorming with doubt that there ever be any hope because at the end of that rope, my dreams seem to be caught at a crossroad that burned my flesh. Crucifixion beyond the stretch of unimaginables, hanging only by a thin thread with bulging eyes and bowed heads as red rum flows from veins that grows your Bermuda Triangle web the tangle weeds. And with every drop of blood I bleed, I pray that my seed shall someday overcome and rise up from the ashes like the raisins in the sons and daughters of slaughtered slaves whose graves are embedded in those murky rivers and streams who were once kings and queens supreme at being just that. Beautiful, brilliant, and black, with no strings attached and no match needed to be lit by the nights the lights went out in Georgia's on my mind of how that Mason-Dixon line left my spine extended from mossy oaks to pines. And some of us still have the audacity to step and fetch down those old town roads where black bodies dangle from vines. And no more miracle whip on those strange fruits, so no more lashes, but they still attempt to make us whine in those backwoods at the hood stood present and the hood alums watched as I hung and swung back and forth to the very last breath exited my lungs and they cut out my tongue to silence the black sheep. And like a plum, I was pulled from that limb to see if I was rightfully deceased. And still to this very day, it's hard for me to breathe. Yet I stand loud and proud with my raised, clenched black fist. As you clench your black stick. And I scream to the top of my lungs, Mr. Officer, please stop resisting the temptation to squeeze the lifeline like an iron bit around my neck. While the smell of my burning flesh still quietly rests in the crest of Dixieland and you bang my soul with that gavel and those bloodstains in your hands, those same hands that refuse to hold the pen in to write the sins of his and those who committed the crime, since it's his to do time. See, a process that you call due process, but somewhere due in the process, the progress became less on, and in between the lines of your paragraphs, you redressed. Change your white sheet to a black robe, but showed your hands in due time to write Dear John letters with lengthy sentences for just us. And that process that we've been waiting on for so long is long overdue for just us. And those strange dark fruit that you see hanging from that tree, they are not rotten. They are just us. In peace.
All right, we'll be right back after these words. Get more with Beau Ward. Beau knows poetry.
Can we go back to the good old days?
Let's go.
Can we go back to the good old days?
Let's go back.
Go back to the good old days.
To the good old days.
Go back.
Yeah.
Somebody tell me
Whatever happened to them good old days when everyone came together and had fun. Children played, no bullets sprayed. Everybody in his family having a good old day.
All right. Beau knows. That's what's up. Man, okay. She said, what she said, I love poetry. I'm just anxious. All right. Very, very nice. I like. Beautiful done.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's my sister right there, man. Damn, I didn't even know she liked poetry. She a thug. I ain't know she.
Got you.
I ain't know she liked poetry, you know that. But yeah, it's my man. Y'all tuned in to the Dubs Entertainment Network right here. We doing Beau Knows Poetry. My man, Mr. Beau Ward. Man, it's showcasing my man doing his thing. That piece that you just did, that is the piece that I was talking about, man. And I just like the way.
Got you.
I like the way you metaphorically played with it, especially with the just us. I'm like, wait a minute, justice.
Right.
Okay. I pieced it together when you did it the first time. I'm like, man.
Right.
Oh, man. And I like the hesitation in it, man, because I'm one of those unique dudes too, man. I like to slow down. How
right.
You know, similar time you before they got to come up, still you got to be slow enough to come up fast, and I'm gonna pick fast, I'm gonna pick it up. But
right.
Yeah, man. So you have a man. You seem like you could be a rapper, man. Just the way you say certain things. You ever been into hip hop?
I did, man. That's what I wanted to do. Man, what was I? About 12, maybe 13. Fell in love with hip hop, man. I used to write a rap every single day. My stepsister, we were talking about that not too long ago, man. She was talking about how she's like, you know what? All those raps you used to write every day finally paid off, huh? Because we was talking about my books and all that and all the different stuff. So I used to write them she used to have to read a rap song every day, man. I used to write them every single day, bro.
That's what's up. Shout out to one of my longtime buddies from Chicago, Christopher Coleman. That's the man that taught me how to drive a stick shift. I'm a little fat kid. Stick shift shouldn't even been driving, but now you just mentioned books, man. So tell us a little bit about the being an author situation. Tell us a little bit about your books.
Oh man, I have 2 books of poetry. Beautiful Mind, Deep Thoughts. And then I have this book, I don't know if it's inspirational, motivational, but it's called Beautiful Me. And what I do, I tie in, relate the human body with the automobile, and I try to get people to see that uh, the truth, that, you know, how BMW is the ultimate driving machine. And I try to get people to understand that the human body is the best made machine ever. The car is actually modeled after the human body, and how sometimes we'll take a car, we'll go buy a car, you and I, Dubsy, we'll go buy a car, say a Mercedes, BMW, whatever the case may be. And whatever they tell us to do, if they say put premium gas in there, we gonna make sure, even if it's last dime, to put premium gas in it. But yet and still, you see these things where they tell you to put certain stuff in your body, and we completely neglect the fact to put better things in our body. We chose to put a lot of different things in our body that don't necessarily benefit or necessarily help us in that way. And even when it comes to the point of giving up things in your past and looking to your future. You know what I'm saying? The rear view mirror and the glass in the front. And I was telling somebody the other day, like, say you and I, Dubs, here, they put you the same distance from your house to wherever you're trying to go, the store down the street. So you have your rear view mirror is the only thing you can look in to see what's behind you, right? So whatever's in that rear view mirror is going to get smaller. So that means whatever's behind you should start to become more irrelevant when you get away from it. So what's in that glass in the front, it becomes bigger. So the closer you get to it and you reach that destination, then you can reach out and touch it. So everything in that book kind of relates to life and what you put inside your body and what you do with things on that path. Because if you keep looking in that rearview mirror, even when you're headed forward, the more you look in that rearview mirror, now you don't see these potholes that's out there. You don't see all these other obstacles. So at some point, you're going to still make it to that destination. But those potholes, you hit that pothole the wrong way, then you got to get out and change the tire. You got to do all these different things. So that book, Beautiful Me, is just to get a person to look at themselves from not only the outside, but look at themselves from the inside and see just how beautiful you are, regardless of what somebody says about you, regardless of how your size, none of that matters. Because as long as you think you're beautiful, as long as you look at you and say, I'm that shit, then you're going to always be just that. You know what I'm saying? But if you look at yourself and say, man, I'm old beat up Pinto, man, like old 1972 Pinto, you're going to always feel and you're going to carry yourself like a 1972 beat up Pinto. So that's what that book, Beautiful Me, is about, man. That's all that book is about, is getting people to believe in themselves, bro.
I'm a big old minivan, but I still think I look good. Hey, remember when the Chrysler or the Dodge Caravan first came out? They were not looking
right.
I'm the conversion van, the one with the bed.
Right.
I had one of those back in the day, man. And the best vehicles, all kind of vehicles. That was the best one I had. I had a blue Chevy conversion van with the bed in it. I had the sounds in it, sound like a concert. But
right.
People look at it, they say that's good right there. But I feel you. I see what you know. A lot of people let society make them look at themselves in a certain way. And one point that you just said that I really, it caught my attention when you use the car for an example of the body, how, and you're 10,000, you're 1,000,000% right, how we'll make sure we putting the right gas in the car so it keep going and don't break down, because we want that car to get where we got to go, but we don't do bodies the same way. They'll say, well, y'all shouldn't drink this. We'll go and get that and say, oh man, I'm grown, I can do what I want. And it's a shame we treat material things better than we do our own bodies. So I can relate to that, man. And I mean, being honest, I'm guilty of it. That's why I'm big.
Right.
That's why I'm big. You know what? I'm proud of myself over the last month or maybe a month or maybe close to 2. I haven't had a slice of bread, man. Because my thing was this. My weakness is pasta, bread, and soda. I couldn't give up everything at one time because I'm not gonna kill myself. But I had to start. I had to get it in me to say, man, this vehicle's starting to, putter a little bit.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Put the brake. I had to do some. Not instead of doing. I can't do too many push-ups, so I had to do some push-backs. I had to push back from the brake.
Right. Exactly.
Because, right, you give me a loaf of bread, some peanut butter and jelly, or a loaf of bread and some lunch meat, everything else might outlast the bread.
Right.
So I'm proud of myself. It's one step at a time, and a lot of people say, "Well, you got to leave the soda alone." Look, let me focus on what I'm doing for right now. That'll come along. I'm lessening it as I go along. But I call turkey bread. Let me go. I'm like a crackhead right now. I let that go. So please be kind to me. You know what I'm saying? If you push me too hard, I'll be like, man, the hell, I can do what I want. I can tell I lost some weight. I'm still sexy.
Good deal, man. Good deal, bro. Nah, that's great, though.
So it made me go and do some research. I said, oh, he a physical trainer. Okay. I said, yeah, I'm a physical trainer too. I train my body to get a little wide. So now I got to bring it in. There's two types. There's multiple physical trainers. I train myself to eat a lot. Some train
Indeed.
But I had to think about it. I got married. I want to be around for a long time.
Indeed.
Make that judgment. And what you had just said, man, it make a lot of sense, man. We tend to treat material things better than we do our own bodies, man. So I'm guilty of that, and I'm glad you spoke on it because now it's only gonna kind of snap me a little quicker because every time I get ready to do something, I'm gonna think about that. Damn, man, I can go to the gas station. I won't put unleaded in this car because I know it don't go in there. So why am I gonna go? And now I feel guilty because I just came from eating and I just had pasta and Coke.
But you know what though, bro? The thing about that though, and I tell people all the time, don't beat themselves up because everybody has something that they do that is not the greatest habit ever. Even your personal trainers, even these cats that are pro card bodybuilders, they do something that is not by the book. They do something that is not just strictly healthy. I drink alcohol. I'm not an alcoholic. I do drink alcohol every so often. I feel like taking one little shot a day. I'll do that. You know what I'm saying? I know bodybuilders that drink on a regular basis. I know they do other things to make their bodies look like that outside of just lifting weights. And I won't, they'll tell you now because it's not, it's not illegal to do it and compete. So they don't have to hide it anymore. But there's nothing wrong with taking a small step and getting yourself to that point where you say, okay, I'm good. I'm getting better. And a lot of times it's all about what you start to see. Like once you start to see a change and then you start to feel it, and then when other people see it, that's when it becomes motivation because we are our hardest critic on ourselves. So you can be doing all these right things and not really lose weight like you think you are because you look at yourself every day. But somebody who may see you every day but doesn't critique you every day looks at you and say, dang, bro, you like you're losing weight. And you'll start looking at yourself, then you'll go home and get on the scale, not even knowing that you lost about 7 or 8 pounds and get on that scale like, whoa, I lost 7 pounds. So now you know what you're doing works. So whatever else it is you have to get away from, you say, okay, what's up? I gave up bread. Let me pull back. Let me go and throw this pasta out the way. If I'm dropping like that, then next thing you know, you down 14 pounds. And now it really kicks in. And you say, wait a minute, bro. I get rid of this soda. I'm good. So you drop the soda. Next thing you know, now you on a whole different track. Everything is dropping. Your clothes getting loose. you begin to feel a whole lot better. You're not as sluggish. Everything starts to work out. So it's all about what we see a lot of times. It's like if I see a change, I'm good with it. If I don't see a change, I become frustrated. And that's what happens even with some of my clients. I think people get in their head, okay, I have a trainer, so I should lose all this weight like this. Okay, I get out there and I'll train you like crap, and take you through the ringer, as they say. But then, like you said, with your eating, but when I'm not watching you, you eat horribly though. So you're playing tug of war. So on this end, when I'm around, you working out, but when I'm not around, you eating stuff you don't need to eat. So you just kind of spinning your wheels, as they say. You just spinning wheels in the mud because you're not going anywhere. You're not making the progress you should make, but you like, oh man, I don't know. I ain't really losing. Okay, so what are you eating? That's the first thing I ask them. So what are you eating? Because I know it's not the workout, so it's got to be the eating. So I know it's not the workout. So that's where it comes from. But once you start to see a difference, then once you see that difference, bro, then hey, or give yourself set goals and say, for 3 weeks, I'm going to do 3 weeks with no bread. After that, I got to bring in and take away that pasta. After that, I'm going to take away that soda. So by the time you get to 2 months, 2.5 months, guess what? You've gotten rid of it. So then you start that real monitoring from that 2.5 months, set you another goal. From this point, from this day, December the 15th, I mean, not December, we'll go with February because that's coming up. February 15th, we'll go February 15th until March the 15th. I want to lose 15 pounds in those 30 days. And everything that you eliminated, then you start to substitute that and add in better stuff, and you'll be like, oh, shh. You start weighing yourself once a week and you start seeing that weight drop, bro, you're going to be like, oh, y'all is about to be in trouble. Y'all about to be in trouble.
If I could see any numbers on my scale, I'll be happy, man, because we bought a scale. We bought a scale. I got to say this, man. This is embarrassing, but it's funny. I'm going to say it. We bought a scale. You know how the digital scales say up to 400 pounds, right? So we get the scale, I put the battery in, and I shake it, and it comes on. I'm like, oh, yeah, okay. I got on it. And I looked down, and I picked it up and shook it again. I set it down. I stood on it. It didn't say no number. It had 3 letters, ERR. And I'm like, wait. So I took the battery out, I bought a new battery, and I put it in. And I put one foot on it and put weight. I saw numbers. I'm like, oh, okay. I put the other foot on there and stood on it. That son of a bitch said ER. And I was like, okay. Anytime, anybody that's paying attention or see this later, anytime your scale start going into alphabets, my shit said ER. It was telling me, no, this can't be. No, this is an error. It ain't real. You don't weigh vehicles. This is an error.
Oh man, that's crazy. That's crazy.
I'm so scared to get him. The last time I went to the doctor said, "Oh, you lost weight from the last time." And I know I'm losing weight because now I can't even at work, man. I'm walking around. I need suspenders now, but I ain't gonna, I'm too cool for that, so I ain't gonna get no suspenders. I'll just suspend me. I walk around, I do my work with one hand holding them up because everything I put on. Now I'm already, nothing back there to hold my pants up when I was fat. Now that I'm losing a little bit, I really ain't got nothing back there. So I'm walking around, everybody's smiling. I'm not fighting on purpose.
Right.
I a month before I step on that scale, because me and that scale gonna have a fight. If I see them alphabets again, it's done.
It's gonna be ugly. We'll do it every 2 weeks, man. Do it every 2 weeks. Get your set date, and I try to tell my clients do it on a Monday morning. Monday morning, you can kind of get yourself back on track, or you see where you slipped over the weekend. Because most people kind of get out of a routine on Saturdays and Sundays.
I don't have a routine.
So, well, I mean, yeah, what that scale will do though, that scale will hold you accountable though. It'll make you hold yourself accountable. And a lot of people don't like the scale, and I tell my clients the scale is really not your enemy. Because one thing about the scale, bro, I can sit here all day and see you and be like, Doug, bro, you losing weight. You step on that scale, it's going to tell you the truth. See, I can lie to you about what you look like or your weight. That scale is going to tell you the truth. And a lot of times, that's what we, even in my book, I talk about that. Looking in that mirror at you, because sometimes when you look in that mirror, see, it's a difference in looking through a glass when it's daytime and looking through that same glass when it turns nighttime. See, when it turns nighttime, that glass that you're looking through becomes a mirror. So now you see exactly what's looking at. So you can't point the finger at that person down the street when you're doing something or you're not accomplishing something.
Hey, we got a call. We're gonna go to the line. There's somebody. So I hope they got a good question. I hope they call in and ask me what was the name of the scale. But I'm. Anytime. We'll go to the caller. Caller, when you hear you are unmuted, state your name. State your name and where you calling from, caller. Caller, you are unmuted. State your name and where you calling from. Oh, okay. I guess they just want to listen. Well, if you want to talk, hit *2 and we'll bring you back on, caller. Yeah, I guess they must just be listening.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but
got you.
I don't, man. I'm gonna just keep getting weighed at the doctor office. That way, I don't have to look at it. I don't want those letters ERR to turn into FAT.
It'll change, man. Well, like I said, it'll change. You just got to, stay consistent with it. And when you stay consistent with it, it'll make you stay consistent with everything else. And that's the thing. Sometimes it takes someone outside of you or something outside of you to hold you accountable. And that's what that scale does. That scale will hold you accountable, man. And even back to what we were talking about when we were talking about the book. And we were talking about how, you can put this in your body, but you'll do that with your God. And I know everybody knows at some point you have that day when your numbers call. But I think so many people take that for granted. I know they know it, and we know that one day we're going to die, but we just like, okay, whatever. But that car is replaceable. You can replace that physical, that man-made car. You can't replace this thing right here. Once this is gone, that's it. You can't go to the doctor and you have a horrible accident and you get smashed up and you flatline, and it's a possibility you may not come back. You take that car, they can pump the dents out that thing, but you may not be able to pump the dents out of you. It just depends on where that dent is, But yeah, bro, just keep doing your thing, man, and that scale will start to show some numbers. And when you start seeing them numbers, that's gonna be your motivation, man. That's gonna be the scale. Gonna be your best friend, I promise you. Because your best friend, just like I think we talked about this last time. Your best friend is that person who's gonna tell you the truth about you.
Definitely.
So that's what that scale is. The scale is your best friend. It's gonna tell you the absolute truth about you, whether you want to hear it or not. It's gonna tell you the truth, and you either get mad at it or you can get over it. You know what I'm saying? But that's still gonna be your best friend, like your whoever you grew up with. That's your dude, your boy, your best friend. He gonna tell you, bruh, that ain't nah, bruh. Like if you wear something and y'all go out somewhere, bruh, that ain't him right there. He gonna let you know you ain't clean. He gonna let you know you ain't clean.
We all see them people. Sometimes we be out. We all have seen it and said it. When we see people dressing and look like, clown, we go, nah, I know they that person can't be that person friend, because a real friend would have told them.
Would
So
have let him know.
also listening to you speak on this, and then thinking about the pieces that I've heard from you, it's easy to see how you've taken a lot of things in life. The same way you approach things in life is the same way you approach poetry. Because I listened to what you were saying in that piece, and I'm listening to what you're saying now, and it's basically like it's basically the same thing. It's like you putting so much of your life into your poetry, and that's when you know that something is good and something is real and authentic. Because a lot of people write poetry about stuff that they really don't even go along with their character. It's something they never dealt with. Now, when you talk, the best thing you can do, this is for rappers, singers, poets, whatever. The best ones I love to hear is those that's talking about something they dealing with, dealt with, or they helping somebody through. When you talking about just some imaginary stuff, you know, I'll blow you off real quick. So man, I got on that. And just the fact of how you speaking on the weight issues, my fat ass. But I'm just saying, you know, I can see why your poetry is so potent, because you putting realistic things into it. So that's what you call real and authentic, man. So I guess that's why you got the successful. Now tell us a little bit about this award, Mr. ATL.
Oh man, yeah. I recently won ATL's hottest spoken word artist slash poet. It's I think this was the 12th year they had it. This is the first year I was actually nominated. Was nominated for 2 other categories. Of course, didn't get that, but you know, it was an honor, man, just to be mentioned with some of the same people that were nominated. Like earlier, I was telling you about Georgia Me was in there. Red Storm was in there. The lady I mentioned, Mother the Creator, was in there. This cat named Dichotomy was in there. And when I tell you it was some dope, I'm like, whoa, when they start naming the people off, my wife and I sitting there like, hey, whoa. And then, you know, when he's like, call my name, I'm like, dang, that's crazy. And just to be 2 years actually doing spoken word, like actually getting on, going to open mics and performing in front of people, it's like mind blowing to me. And somebody asked me the other day, they said, well, how do you feel? I said, I still feel the same way, but I'm so honored though. The honor of it is ridiculous, man. It's like I was talking to, I think the day after, my wife and I was sitting at the house and we were talking, and I got emotional, bro, because I thought about my mom and dad. And I was like, dang, I wonder what my mom and dad would say if they were here. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's like, man, it's crazy, bro. This year has been crazy as far as COVID, but it's been magnificent, man, as far as the Most High's goodness to me. You know what I'm saying? It's like meeting incredible cats like yourself, multiple interviews, the nominations, man, the recognitions, the features I've done live. It's been, you know, the upcoming television shows. It's been crazy, man. It's been crazy, but it has been so beautiful, bruh. I can't even really explain it, man. And until you kind of not be in my shoes, because no one, you know, you be in your own shoes, but when you've had that experience, you get it, man. And like I always say, because I know I told you a couple of times, I'm a country boy, man. When you come from the country, everything means just so much more to you, man. When you recognize on a level like that, it's like, I don't know, bro. It's hard to explain that, man, but it's beautiful, man.
Man, because a lot of times I think about there's times that a lot of people may not think Florida is much, but me coming from the south side of Chicago, the ghetto, the broke part of Inglewood, South, you know, the little fat, the oldest of 5 kids. So just put it like this: whenever we got some, our family didn't have no money, so the younger ones had to get, you know what I'm saying? So I think about things like that, And then I sit back sometime on my lanai outside and I'm looking at the palm trees and just looking at the weather. And I go, man, I made it. When they took somebody that they told wouldn't see 18, in about a week or two, I'll be 53 years old. And I sit back and I go, man, I made it. So a lot of people don't understand me when I say COVID was a curse and a blessing, because the curse is all of the people that I lost due to COVID. When I say lost, I don't mean friendships or nothing. I'm talking about people that passed on, loved ones I lost. Because if you lost friendships due to COVID, you didn't lose it due to COVID. You was going to lose that friendship anyway, because they say there are people that everybody come into your life for a reason. Some come for a season, some come for self-pleasing. And a lot of times when you lose, if somebody walk away from your life, it's because their season was up. It was time for them to move on. They played a part. They either showed you how to be more aware of things, or they showed you how to love, and they moved on their way. So when things like that happen, I don't hold bad feelings with it. I just say, hey, I got mad love for mad respect. I respect you from that. But the thing is, show you how to deal with certain situations and how to hand it out. And it's, so 2020, man, I'm not, my family, we have took so many L's this year that I'm gonna be honest, I still haven't dealt with any of them, because they've been so many back to back that I haven't had the time to deal with any of them, because somebody got to stay strong for everybody else. Life, when others pass on, life still go on. You got to keep moving. You got to keep that train, them nuts lubed up and everything. You got to keep moving. So that's the blessing. I mean, the blessing from that is it also exposed a lot of things. It exposed a lot of people that was toxic to your situation, that was bad for your surroundings. So COVID did a lot. It did a lot for families, because how many families never seen each other because they was out doing so much here and there. What did they have to do? They had to come in the house and be together. Even though this here still control everything, the fact that it was all in the same surrounding kind of helped mend a lot of things that was torn and broken. But man, it's just like I say, plain and simple. COVID-19 was a curse and a blessing. One of the blessings, man, I got to meet you, bro. I got to meet you.
The same here, indeed.
And it was a weird way I met you. How they say there can be goodness that come out of toxicity. You know what I'm saying? You just have to separate it and weed it out. And I just happen to be good at that. I can weed out bullshit just like I can cut off of meat without slashing the extra meat. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Indeed.
But I'm gonna, you got another piece you can do for us or something? I want to get another piece. I'm gonna go to a commercial. I want to come back and get a piece from you before we get out of here. And I want you to we come back, you do a piece, and I want you to plug everything you got going. Tell them where they can find your material and everything that you got coming up. But right now, we're gonna go to this commercial real quick, and y'all sit tight, relax. We'll be back. All right. We back. I'm gonna turn it over real quick. I'm gonna let you do your thing. Hey, let them know what you finna do. I'm gonna bag up. This your flow, bro.
Okay. I think you say your sister was on earlier. So I'm gonna do a piece, if she's still here, do a piece to Black women, and a lot of people get it confused sometimes, bro. They think because you're pro-Black that you're racist, and not. But I can only talk about the people I see every day, the women I know close at heart, and that's black women. So I'm gonna do this piece right here called Epitome.
All right.
I want to take just a moment to speak on every black woman in this world's behalf. See, because black women, I know that half of you will never take half of a moment just to brag on yourself. So I'll take full pleasure in doing that for you. Because I truly adore you, would do anything for you. So this evening I stand before you because to ignore you, well, that would be a sin. Even bigger than the one of me not knowing where to begin, but for that particular sin, I should be forgiven because for you, there is no end. See, where so many end, you just begin and vice versa, because from the very beginning, you've always been much more than just a woman. See, you're my mother, my sister, my wife, my daughter, my friend. And being that you come from within makes us more than just kin and far more deeper than skin. And within that notion, you should be celebrated and elevated. So I dedicated this just to praise you, to prove that angels are real and only God could have made you so heavenly. So you weigh heavily on my mind. And please forgive me if I get a little emotional at times. It's due to the fact I know that without you, there would be no me. And although she comes from him, that makes we all one. The Heavenly Father, a mother, and their son. Now, although my mother is gone, we share this unbreakable bond. So one would understand when I say not a day goes by that I don't pray and thank God for you and the new versions of you. The one that I helped give life and the other one, she's the one I'm married to. See, all of these things have led me to believe that God loves me unconditionally because he made you. Now, this holds true not just for my mother, my wife, and my daughter, but Dove C, sister, for you and every other black woman for you. See, you are my most fitting of misfits. Now, I pray that you don't miss this. So to avoid that miss, I'll be just a little more specific. To every black woman, know that I, a black man, is your biggest fan, and I stand in your corner cheering for you to win in everything you're in, because it would be a cardinal sin if I prayed for your epic fail. See, I would walk through high water and hell just to make sure that you're well. Well, wait. Dove C's will walk through high water and hell just to make sure that you're well. They said that heat down there is a bit extreme. But I think you get the picture and you know what I mean. And all jokes aside, and make no mistakes, because I wanted to be crystal clear that I hold you near and dear to my mind, body, and soul. And everything that I said to you on this evening is on a basis that I need you to know and understand that if no other man ever tells you that he loves you and that you are beautiful, or even shows at times how hard it is to control his emotions as they flow like poetry in motion. Noted on this day, you've been told, straight from the lips of this beautiful poet, that you are loved and appreciated. And to you, our very lives. No. To you, black woman, our very existence, the whole world owes. Thank you.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the sounds of my man. That was how do you say, phenomenal piece of my man, Mr. Beau.
Appreciate it, man.
Blessed, man. It's always a blessing to talk to you, my brother. We're gonna do some more things, man. You know, we're gonna have some things coming up, man. And I'm on at a later date, probably sometime tomorrow. I'll probably hit you up and I'll give you the info on what I was talking about this pay-per-view, man. You know, I figured it out. So, you know, I get on you, I get at you with that. And I got I know I'm getting inbox people like, where's karaoke? Where's karaoke? You know, karaoke coming up.
I'm about to get out the way. I'm about to get out the way.
Man, and I just wanted to talk to you about all these different things, man. So, man, I salute you. I tip my hat to you, brother. Keep writing, keep doing them pieces, man. And we're gonna have you back. You know, I mean, we're gonna see what we get. We're gonna see what we can work out, brother. You know what I'm saying? I got you. Things going on. We're gonna see how we can fix it. But
indeed.
Man, go ahead, take a plug. Tell them where they can find anything that you want. Tell the people anything you want them to know before you get out of here.
Okay. You can follow me on Facebook at Beau Ward, BeauWard. You can follow me on Instagram at Beau Belvy, BeauBellv as in verses, IE07. Look for my 2 television shows coming up. One is called Razor Edge Conversation, which I'll be traveling to different barbershops. Mostly in the the Atlanta metro area. We're going to try to spread it out over Georgia. Then we're going to try to take it across the nation. Then I have another one called Speak Your Piece at the Beautiful Soul Cafe, which will be inside of Sadiq's Bistro and Grill in Atlanta, Georgia. That will the first show will be recorded the fourth Saturday in January. Trying to get this Razor Edge done 2 weeks from today. Well, yeah, 2 weeks from this Saturday. So that's what we're shooting for. No, I don't know when it is. Whenever the third Saturday is, that's what we're shooting for. So that's next week. So next week, we're shooting for next week to record that. And hey, just follow me. Send me a friend request. Promise you I'll accept it. Follow me on IG. I'll follow you back. And you can see everything I got going on. Y'all continue to support my man Dub Seeds as he's trying to get people on this network to get them exposed. He's doing great things. We got to support each other, man. Oh, and anybody from Georgia is watching, start voting. Start your voting the 14th through the 30th. Early vote. Let's get out and vote, y'all.
That's what's up, my brother. Well, brother, it's always been a pleasure, man. And we're gonna holler again. We're gonna get a chance to fraternize and handle business, man. So be safe, be smooth out there, brother. Keep on enlightening everybody.
Indeed. Appreciate you, bro. Peace.
I'm gonna go ahead and take it out with a little freestyle. Yeah, I like to thank y'all for sitting in with us. Now it's time for we let the bird fly. Salute, my brother. Yeah, y'all know Beau that play baseball. Y'all knew Beau that play football. Well, I know a Beau that know poetry. Check. Grab the microphone, tell the truth. Old, middle age, and even you got something to keep the body fit. Got the poetry, I heard this brother spit. Real deal, Holyfield, Mike Tyson, no bite in the ear, you hear? Gotta go with it, being overseas. My man Beau Ward knows poetry. He do his thing, he keep it trill. When it's time to come it out, here's the real deal. Got to flow it up, and it's gotta be my man Beau, and Beau knows poetry. I'd like to thank y'all for tuning in to this special episode, my man Beau Ward. I salute you, my brother. Keep doing what you do. Yeah. Ducks Entertainment. Brother Rob said, dope show. Y'all stay tuned, y'all. I'll be right back. Give me about 5 minutes. I'll be back with karaoke. Saturday night karaoke. Y'all get y'all list together because I'm getting my hits together. Peace.